I think what people are afraid of. So the negative I see is, okay,
Yep.
Jackson State joins the FBS conference. So to keep your fan base excited and wanted to go to the games, these other bands that's gonna come, there's gonna be a core style band. They're gonna be playing their rock songs, a totally different chord. You're gonna have white fans on the other side. It's gonna be a totally different. It's gonna be a totally different vibe. So I think a lot of them are afraid of that camaraderie that we've had, that family atmosphere that we had for so long, that would go away.
Yep.
And then you have to understand.
So here's how.
Hold on, let me finish this. So then you have to understand that if we go to a conference, or if Jackson State goes to a conference that doesn't have well-known brands, you might not get the fan base to show up and show out like they have been doing. Now, like, for example, the Big 12, a conference like that could work. Now, I'm not saying that Jackson State gonna go to the Big 12. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the brands. Yeah. Let me, because people gonna say, "Oh, you said they go to." No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the brands in the Big 12, the Kansas, Baylor, Ohio. I mean, not Ohio State, but Oklahoma State. These are brands that Black people know. So if we played those schools, they would go to those games in droves. But Texas Tech, Texas State, who else? You can ULM. We showed up at ULM, but they was close in proximity. But you got these other schools like Texas State, and all these other schools in the Conference USA that don't nobody really know. So it'll be hard.
Let me challenge you on it.
Go ahead.
Let me challenge that thought process. So there are some teams that we play in our conference right now that we don't show up for. I'm saying, when we talk about culture and tradition, usually what we talking about, Swag, is we talking about them schools that we know, like our rivals, that we get excited for. At Jackson State, we talk about the Southern, we talk about Homecoming, we talk about Alcorn. Maybe, Grambling, what hasn't been on our schedule, Grambling will get that game. Yeah. But man, ain't nobody talking about going to the Texas Southern game. Yeah, they might want to go see Andrew Body now, but Texas Southern, we play Texas Southern in Houston. I mean, we'll show up. We get a really good core of fans. And see, our fan base is an outlier when it comes to like traveling, and there's only a handful that actually do that. So when you're talking about that, all I'm saying is this: there are several games that we play at the vet. Well, when we play a SWAC school, they don't even bring their band, and they might bring 1,000 people.
That's true.
I'm just saying, how many times do you see the vet look like that, where the whole side that you see is all Jackson State people, and whoever we playing against, about 1,000 people, they didn't bring the band, or they bring 2,000 people maybe, and they bring their band. I mean, okay, those games, and I'll even challenge our fans, because a lot of our fans be like, "No, I ain't gonna go to that one, man. I'm gonna just chill. I might watch it on, I keep up with the score." I'm saying, like, if we being real about it, I don't think that you lose your tradition, because here's the thing. Okay, let's say there is an opportunity, and this is what we got to be intentional about what we're saying. Here's what we're saying: as the as the Pac-12 depletes, the Pac-12 is going to take from the Mountain West. The Mountain West is going to take from somebody. The Big 12 is going to take from somebody, and usually who they're going to lose is going to be the Conference USA, Sun Belt, and the American Conference are probably going to be the teams that's going to lose the most teams, right? So what you might see take place is, let's use the American Conference as an example. Let's say the American Conference, we could say, or you could use Conference USA, but I want to use American Conference. Let's say they get to a place where they got 7 teams left, 7 teams left, and they say, you know what? What if I go and take the HBCU approach, and I need 4 schools? I'm gonna go and pitch to A&T. I'm gonna go and pitch to Southern, FAMU, and in Jackson State. I'm just saying, if they come and if we're ready and we're able to make that jump, now here's what a conference can do. A conference can say, okay, because I want your brand in my conference, I'm willing to help you kind of close some of those gaps a little quicker.
Yeah.
Because what we also got, we only talk about TV money. We don't talk about the playoff payouts. There's a playoff payout that each conference gets. American gets $27 million. That's divvied amongst their schools. You know what FCS schools get? About 270 some thousand. And that's every single FCS school across the board. It ain't a lot of money that's coming our way in this particular aspect of it. So, okay, if you do that, you're not going to be playing a full American Conference schedule. You're going to have maybe let's say you have a 7-game mandate where you're going to play 7 teams out of that conference. It might be 6, I don't know. But if it's that, then they give you an opportunity to schedule. Let's say you got to schedule 6 FBS opponents, and then you can schedule, let's say 7 FBS opponents. You can schedule maybe another out of conference FBS opponent, but then you can schedule whatever when it comes to FCS. Yeah. So the way you capture that tradition is you take those same HBCUs that moved up to FBS, make sure you can get them on your schedule, so you preserve the tradition of those games. Let's say we, in this situation, FAMU, Jackson State, Tennessee State, and A&T, just for the example purposes. Those are the 4 schools that jump. If you guarantee us that we can get we're gonna get those 3 games on our schedule for sure. So that's 3 HBCU games, and from an out of conference standpoint, I could maybe schedule Alcorn, and I could schedule Southern. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is there is a scenario. It's just that we don't know what that would be because we don't really have a real thing. We're just dealing with hypothetical. The other scenario is if Jackson State move up by itself, and that's when you kind of get in there. You got to really just kind of weigh it. We'll have a decision to make. Do we take that? And the only thing I would say is if you have that opportunity and you're ready to do it, why not do it? Because here's what I'll challenge everybody on. We're already on that level on every single other sport that we play. Why are we so attached to FCS?